Hello and welcome to Network. My name is Spumelele Zondi with your technology and social media news. If you want to be a part of this technology conversation, you must hashtag SABC Network. You can also find us on SABC Network. Now that's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's newsnetwork@sabc.co.za on email. Here's what's coming up in the program. We take a look at the Biscity app that links local businesses with consumers. A young man from Soweto builds robots from e-waste. We also discuss the pros and cons of buying goods online with Vusi Mbogane from online shopping site eBatla. Hello and thank you for being a part of our network, Vusi.
Thank you for having me, Mr.
How difficult is it to shop online?
It's not that difficult. I think it's just do your research, just doing research, and yeah, it's pretty much very simple.
All right, so we'll have a deeper discussion about that later in the program. But first, let's start with your technology and social media news. Crowd farming is something you don't hear about every day. It's entrepreneur Ntutugo Shezi's bright idea. Livestock Wealth is an app that assists people in the city become farm shareholders and buy cattle. We caught up with Ntutugo to find out more about the award-winning app.
We call ourselves a crowd farming company. So all we're doing is enabling people who don't have the land to farm, don't have the skills to farm, giving them an ability to own cows and have someone manage it for them, which is ourselves. So that's what we're doing, really enabling people who want to grow wealth through farming to be able to do so while they live in Joburg or in New York or in Cape Town. All we do is manage it for people, and you can still visit the farm physically, but we live in an age now where we want to close the distance between the farm and the person. And that we do through the mobile app to be able to inform you, the owner, of the status of your cow at various intervals along the cow's growth. There's two options you can do. You can do it through our mobile app, which is available on Google Play and also on Apple iStore. Just download the Livestock Wealth app with all the ones there. Secondly, you can also just go to our website, livestockwwealth.com, and then it's got the same functionality. So when you get to the app or to the website, you will see the various farms that we have. So when you buy a cow, you join a farm that's existing, and you become a member of that farm because you own a cow on that farm. And then almost like a share block, owning a block of flats by the sea that an estate manager manages, and you share whatever profits amongst the owners of the flats.
Young Sowetan Mpho Makutu uses e-waste to build robots.
As the world becomes increasingly dependent on technology, levels of electronic waste are reaching unprecedented heights. In countries such as South Africa, e-waste is piling up, quickly becoming a major environmental and health concern. This inspired young entrepreneur Mpho Makutu to collect scrap metal, wires and card boxes from Soweto dump site to build remote-controlled cars and battery-powered robots.
I started moving around the whole Soweto, and then from there looking for anything that can help me to develop my skills. So I just go to the scrapyard and then asking for the motors, for the conductors, and then therefore I came to my place, and then I started building a car. First I've started building a car, and then from there go to demonstrate to people, and then from there people were just supporting me, you see. So and then from there I just saw that okay, these people, like the cars they used to see them, and then so like they were no longer donating to me, and then from there I started thinking about new things.
The 20-year-old Limpopo native says he grew up in a remote and isolated community. That gave him a fascination in technology and design.
From my youngest, so like I used to see the excavators, like how they operate, and then therefore like I'm just thinking, and then looking them how they operate, and then from there going home and think that, oh, I can build that excavator.
His next venture will be a windmill, which he hopes could help solve water shortages in rural areas, as is the case with Cape Town currently.
How brilliant is his mind, though? Now, having moved into a new neighborhood in the east of Johannesburg, Mduduzi Mataboge found it frustrating that he couldn't locate artisan services at the time he needed one. This frustration prompted him to create an app that links local businesses with consumers. It's called Biscity.
So you created an app, it's called Biscity. Can you just take us through that app and what it is all about?
The app is an app for advertising township businesses. And this is all over South Africa, any township in South Africa. So what the app does, it allows the user who has downloaded it on their phone to be able to find businesses in the township where they live. So how it works is if you go onto the app, you can find all the information about that business. You'll see a picture about that business. You'll be able to phone directly from the app. You'll be able to email directly from the app. You'll be able to access that business's Facebook page, Instagram account, website, whatever social media that they have. We link it onto the app so you can get more information, all of this from the app. But most importantly is the Google Maps. You know, you can navigate to that business.
I just want to know, when it comes to downloading, what are the costs thereof, and what does it cost the user and the business listed, the owner of the business listed?
The app is currently available on Google Play Store. So in terms of cost, the app does not cost you as a user when you are downloading it. If you are a resident living in the township and you want to download the app so you can find other businesses, then you only have to spend on the data to download the app, which is about 15 megabytes. It's next to nothing. But the app is free. For the businesses which are registering on the app, it's only 120 rands per year.
It is a SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. We chat to Vusimbo Gane about online shopping after the break. Stay with us.
If you ask this pretentious mixologist what is needed to make the ultimate cocktail, she'd say a thorough knowledge of science. Ooh, right in the face. Yes. If you asked us, we'd say it's less about science and more about, well, chemistry.
Get a 750ml bottle of Amarula for only $104.99 from Tops at Spar.
This is your midday report. Good afternoon.
I will be faithful. I assume as President of the Republic of Kenya.
Let's take a look at how African markets and currencies are performing now.
The central bankers say the success of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies is just a bubble.
Breaking stories, detailed economy and sport. Tune into Midday Report every Monday to Friday from 12 p.m.
It is SABC Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Now, buying goods online is supposed to make our lives easier. That's also what Leletu Azola Njogweni thought when he went on OLX to find livestock, but it ended up in a nightmare. Leletu was scammed. Makeketla Mutlabe spoke to him about what happened.
On Saturday, the 30th December, I knew I was going to go look for goats the next weekend. So I started looking on OLX. I saw an ad in OLX. The ad is still on OLX right now. Where they were selling goats, and the price was all right. So I decided, let me call them. And then when I called them, they told me that they have 65 goats. I was very much interested to see these goats because I thought I found a source where I can go and buy goats weekly, because weekly I buy about 20. And then I called this guy. They explained where he was, and it was on Saturday when I called him, the 31st. On the 4th, on the Monday, I called him telling him that I'll be there on the 4th. On the 4th, I left here in the afternoon, and I got to Vormanstad in the evening. When I got in Vormanstad in the evening, it was around about 7 o'clock. I called him. I told him that I was in Vormanstad, and then he told me that he's coming from the farm to town. And when he got when someone got to town, it was a different number that called me. They told me they were at the Total Garage. I went to the Total Garage where I met with two young men. But these two men, they were very suspicious.
Now, it's not everyone who experiences such an ordeal. Vusi Mbogane is from e-commerce platform eButler. He joins me to talk about the pros and cons of purchasing goods online. Hello, and thank you for being a part of our network, Vusi.
Thank you for having me.
Does this happen often, that someone gets scammed like this?
A lot, especially like on platforms like these ones, the classifieds. So it ranges from livestock to cars to even houses, rental, and everything. Yeah. So there are actually people who spend like their days, like their time during the day, just looking to scam people online. So
how do scams happen online?
Okay, so again, back to the classifieds online platform, right? So they're mostly for trading. They're like a free trade platform, so they bring people together. So it's the same as like Brie, downtown Jersey, you see. So you get people there, and so then you find someone who's looking for like a product, or like you saw an ad, say, I said, hey, I'm looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll see that as an opportunity. Then I'll take a picture of that product if I see it around, say, no, I have it, but there are 4 other people who are interested in it, so you have to pay like a deposit up front and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's normally how it starts.
But the difference, you mentioned like going downtown to any city center, but the thing is, there you can see the goods you are going to purchase, whereas here you can't physically touch them.
Oh yes, okay, no, so like with downtown, like I mean, like there are guys that you'll find there on the street who will show you like a picture of a TV. So listen, I've got this TV for 2,000, but there are like 3 other people that want it. So if you want it, but I like you, so if you just give me like deposit now 500, then we'll go and get it, something like that. So that's pretty much how they do it. Just do it online. In a way, yeah. So.
All right. So how then should people be vigilant when they are purchasing goods on sites like OLX and other classifieds platforms?
Okay. So obviously one of the things, like I think, is like it's doing research. You know, so I think there's Google is like the most useful tool that you can ever have. So like if you see an ad of someone selling a product, just copy the description of that ad and paste it on your Google search and see like in what other platforms does that ad appear on. And for most cases, especially with the scams, if it's posted in a different platform, the phone number is different and the name of the person is different. And yeah, so that's like one of the first steps you can take. And then second, don't be easily trusting, like be willing to give someone your money before you even inspect the product that you're trying to buy.
But how do you then inspect the products? Because what would happen a lot of the time is that they would expect the money in first before you see the product. Let's take, for example, Airbnb. If you're booking accommodation in another country, you first deposit the money, obviously electronically, before you can then go and stay at that particular venue. So how do you then inspect the products without ever without ever paying for it?
Okay, so I'm actually glad you mentioned Airbnb. See, Airbnb has a different model from the Classifieds. So when you pay on Airbnb, the money doesn't go directly to the host. So Airbnb keeps it. So for in case you need to claim it back or something like that. So that's different where you pay on that platform. So on Classifieds, like your OLX, so you pay the person. So OLX plays no part in that transaction. So basically, you have no recourse afterwards if something happens or if they sell you like a defective product or if they don't deliver the product. You see, so that's like one of those things. And then also, if I'm selling a second-hand product like a TV or something, I don't need you to pay the deposit first, like, as if I'm going to manufacture that TV. I already have it. So if you're really interested, let's make an appointment. You come and see it, we press play and whatever, and then, then you pay if you're happy. So obviously that also raises the issue now of trust, because these scams doesn't happen only for people who are buying, because even the people that are selling also get scammed. I saw a post on Twitter like 2 weeks back. This lady, she sold her car, I think 2 years back, and the person that bought it with like a fraudulent check. So when she went to deposit that check, and it bounced, and the guy was gone. So it kind of happens on both sides of the spectrum. So it's really just using your best judgment, I think, in a way.
You run a platform called eButler. What does it do?
So basically, eButler, we connect busy consumers with personal shoppers. So basically, you go on the platform and you create a shopping list for all the groceries that you need from the different stores that you normally buy from. And then we'll send someone to go and buy those groceries for you and deliver them to your house like within 90 minutes or within that time that you have specified. And so basically how it works is you pay on the platform, you don't pay the person that goes there. And we also don't get the money immediately. So we only get it like after 72 hours. So basically this is for in case we don't deliver the groceries or we deliver the wrong product and you want your money back. So you can kind of have recourse. Even if you contact us or you can contact like the payment gateway that we're using, then they'll be able to credit that money back to your card.
How many retail stores do you work with?
So currently we only have 2 on the current version site. We only have 2. So we have a new version that's coming up with a lot of other retailers, like your Food Lovers Market, and a lot of other independent stores, like in your urban areas, in your suburbs and stuff.
All right. So if I am sitting in Mthatha, can I be able to use a platform?
Currently no, and so we should be getting a lot of people from Umthatha and KZN. So we're currently in Gauteng and Cape Town. So we recently launched in Cape Town on a private testing. So we're slowly rolling it out. So it's really based on a trend, and also because we're a data analytics company. So before we launch in an area, we kind of see like demand and everything, stuff like that. So but eventually, hopefully, we'll be in Umthatha soon.
All right, sure. Thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right. Vusi Mbogane there is the creator of the platform eButler. Now, this week we caught up with Amazan Janga. He does the drive time show on one of the country's biggest radio stations, Umhlobo Wenene. He told us about his favorite piece of technology.
Hi. Molweni Emakaya. My name is Amazan Janga. I'm a radio presenter up at Umhlobo Wenene FM. I do the afternoon drive. Sibiza umaskoduke ngomvulo yaphana ngolesihlanu from 3 up until 6 p.m. Yeah, well, this is my favorite device. Is cell phone yam. iPhone 7. I love this device because it's my everything. It is my calendar, it is my watch, it is my diary, it's like my PC, it's my everything, you know. I can do everything on this device. It's like my personal assistant.
When life takes a different turn.
If I didn't eat the speak, he was going to evict me.
Your will to persevere is ignited.
I'm not a professional speaker, but I'll try my best to give you a word of inspiration.
He was just trying to provide for his family.
If you can't accept it, change it. If you cannot change it, accept it.
And a new story begins.
Made a resolve to myself. I'm learning something new.
Bophelong, every Friday at 5:30. Be part of the life-changing journey.
Now, I Am Science is an initiative that teaches girls basic tech and science skills. This is to increase their interest in the fields. Producer Sandile Hlangani paid them a visit.
Despite significant improvements in the last couple of years, women are still underrepresented in science and technology fields. This is due to a variety of reasons, mostly related to roles allocated to women in modern society. These young women are on a mission to change this.
We found that 70% of the researchers are male. So I Am Science is basically trying to balance things out because only 30% are female. So that is what I Am Science is trying to do. And I Am Science is basically teaching us that science is fun. Science is fun. Girls can do it also.
Yeah, so basically because we want to create a balance in all of these things. So they're trying to we are disadvantaged. We don't have things. We can't do projects and stuff like that. So if you want to do something, we learned from this I Am Science things. That's when we actually get to do all of these.
Goethe Institute launched the I Am Science app initiative with aim to work against race and gender biases.
One of the main aims of the program is to get more girls involved in the science world and ICT. We know that from birth, girls are spoken to about science in a different way to boys. We know that girls are discouraged from asking questions and engaging with science. It's seen very much as a boy thing, and girls are pushed in another more nurturing direction.
With today's learners embracing digital tools, Goethe Institute believes that I Am Science initiative makes it possible for more students to do sensor-based experiments.
It's videos of girls doing hands-on science activities that are super fun, very dramatic, very exciting, and we make professional videos of them doing this.
They can actually check out our app. There are a lot of things they can learn there. It goes way beyond science. We have other things that they can learn. We have videos, they can answer questions, they can read tokens, and they can use those tokens to buy airtime and all that. So, young people these days love data. They on social media, so it'll help them. It'll be so I should learn this to get data or whatever.
Yeah.
The project will continue to contribute towards the ultimate goal of propelling more girls towards science-related careers.
Such a brilliant initiative there. Now, British Prime Minister Theresa May expresses how important it is for tech companies and governments to work together. And Nissan has developed self-packing slippers and pillows. These are some of the top tech stories that made headlines in the last week.
An Egyptian game developer has created interactive video games to approach social issues such as female genital mutilation and to raise awareness among youth.
The name of the game is Wazafne Shokran. The game is trying to raise awareness among the people who may have not completed their education or have not been able to enter the field. That will help them know what they should be doing before going to work. The game is supposed to revolve around what a guy or girl should be doing before they leave for work.
One of the games developed by Castling Studios is called Bara'a, or Innocence, and was created in collaboration with the United Nations to educate people on female genital mutilation. The developers have created more than 7 games so far, most still in the prototype phase, with the first expected to hit mobile platforms within the next few months. And off to Switzerland we go. The World Economic Forum took place in Davos, Switzerland last week. There, the British Prime Minister Theresa May addressed how important it is for technology businesses and governments to work together.
So we need to make sure that our employment law keeps pace with the way that technology is shaping modern working practices. Take the example of Uber, a groundbreaking use of technology that has radically changed how people move around in cities across the world. But also a company that has got things wrong along the way, with safety issues and concerns over the protections for its workers. The answer isn't to shut Uber down, but rather to address those concerns and to establish and enforce the standards and protections that can make this technology work for customers and employees alike. So employment law needs to preserve vital rights and protections and the flexibilities that businesses and workers value.
Oh, what's going on here?
And off we go to Japan. Nissan Motor Company announced on Thursday it is offering a high-tech night field with self-parking slippers, floor cushions and tables to a pair of travelers at a traditional Japanese hotel. The amenities are equipped with Nissan's Pro-Pilot Park autonomous parking technology, according to Nissan.
Tables, pillows and shoes move on their own. What's next? Now this week, our Twitter poll has been asking if you think there should be science and technology programs that are specifically for girls. Now, 21% of respondents say yes. 33% of the people say no. There's also 36% who are saying, what about boys? Then in last place is 9% of respondents who say they don't know. And that's all we have for you. Find us on SABC Network. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. News Network at sabc.co.za on email. We play out with visuals of some of Mpho Makoto's e-waste creations. From me and the rest of the network team, have a good one. Bye-bye.